Radio frequency monitoring and radio direction finding system in Metro Manila. A dream come true.
I'd like to introduce the delegates from the Republic of Korea. Mr. Lee Dong-hyun, the Director General of CRMS. Mr. Song Min-hyun, the Country Director of KOICA Philippines. Mr. Park Jang-won, the Director of CRMS. Mr. Chang Yunil, the Principal Executive Director of RAPA. Mr. Yang Jong-sung, the Managing Director of Daeyeon Limited. Mr. Kim Tae-ho, the President of Round System. Mr. Oh Dong-gil, the Assistant Country Director of KOICA Philippines. Ms. Maria Regina Arquiza, the staff of KOICA Philippines. Mr. Seo Bo-hyun, the Senior Researcher of KISD. Mr. Choi Yong-seok, the Director of Etri. Mr. Lee Won-lam, the President of A&D Engineering. Mr. Song Seung-hyuk, the Manager of CRMS. Mr. Kim Sung-woo, the General Manager of RAPA. Mr. Chris Ju, the Chief Consultant of the Global Business Team. you very much. Salamat po.
From the Bureau of Customs, Mr. Gary David. From the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, Colonel Agerico Amagna. The Honorable Commissioner of the National Telecommunications Commission, Gamaliel A. Cordo. And the Honorable Deputy Commissioner of the National Telecommunications Commission, Madam Delilah F. Deles. Of course, also our partners of the NTC in our mission and vision, representing the Chief PNP is Police Chief Superintendent Napoleon Taas. The President of Aliu Broadcasting, Ms. Josephine Reyes. Our neighbor from Pag-asa, Dr. Landrico Dalida Jr. Our COA resident auditor, Ms. Antonia De Jesus. Former NTC Commissioners, General Eliseo Rio Jr. Former NTC Commissioner, General Abraham Abisamis. Former NTC Commissioner Attorney Ponciano Cruz. Former NTC Commissioner Army Jane Borges. Ficta Miss Estrelita Juliano Tamano. Our partners from PARA, Mr. Roberto Vicencio, Mr. Noel de la Cruz. Other industry partners, Attorney Roy Ibay from SMART, Mr. Rolando Cusi from PLDT, Engineer Melvin Santos Globe, and Attorney William Pamintuan of Merao. Commissioner Cortez. Former NTC Director Attorney Abigail Santillan. Our NTC regional directors from various regions present here.
I would like to express my appreciation to Commissioner of NTC, Mr. Cordova, Deputy Commissioner of NTC, Ms. Teles, Deputy Executive Secretary of Office of the President, Mr. Gelon, Executive Director of PAOCC, Mr. Pilar Hangtang, Mr. Colonel Amagana of Pibao, Dr. David, representing Commission Lina of BOC, and NTC staff, for your warm welcome to Korean delegation. This is my great honor to have an opportunity to visit the Republic of the Philippines. Philippines is one of the most beautiful, exotic countries with more than 7,000 islands and coral reefs. Since starting of diplomatic relations in 1945, Philippines was one of the countries dispatched its troops earlier than any other allied countries to help Korea during the Korean War. And up to now, both countries have been in cooperative relationship for almost every areas, such as economy, industries, culture, and ICT as well. As a part of it, CRNS and NTC signed the MOU on the development of radio frequency management in 2012. And we have been cooperating various activities mutually in the field of spectrum management, including policy, consultation, and implementation training. Especially this project in the Philippines is very meaningful for us because it is the first grand project of spectrum management system to a foreign country. In this honorable opportunity, I would like to take a moment to appreciate those who were involved in this project. They did lead successfully by good cooperations among all those organizations such as OICA, RAPA, KISTI, ATRI, Daeyeon Ubitech, Laun System, and A&D Engineering together with Ministry of Science, ICT, Institute Planning, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Korea. The Republic of Korea has concentrated on development of the ICT industry with endless effort for a long time. And to meet the increase of radio frequency demand arising as a result of that, those technologies to develop radio spectrum management system has been accumulated and developed as well. Nowadays, telecommunication environment has been converged as one, from wire and wireless, and from broadcasting and telecommunication. In case of radio frequency use, it has been rapidly changing into low power, high frequency, wide broadband as well. I believe these changes are making important momentum for efficient management of radio spectrum than ever. The radio spectrum management system, which established for Philippines in this project, shows world-class technical performance and is a one equivalent to the latest system being used in CRMS of Korea. Also, I believe it is very meaningful for us to provide this system to NTC, the leading organization of the Philippines radio frequency, broadcasting, and telecommunication. I kindly hope this system will be utilized for the radio management policy of the Philippines and for the constant partnership between both countries. Lastly, once again, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Commissioner of NTC and all other officials who showed their consistent support to the success of this project. I also hope for the solid friendship and development of NTC and CRNS. Salamat po. Thank you very much.
Mr. David, Bureau of Customs, Mr. Adarico Amagana Kibao, and Honorable Gamaliel Cordova, Commissioner of the NTC, Madame Galia Delas, Deputy Commissioner of the NTC, and Mr. Lee Dong-hyung, Director General of CRMS, and Mr. Jang Yun-il, Principal Executive Director of LAPA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I'm honored to celebrate with you today the handover ceremony of the establishment of radio frequency monitoring and direction point system in Metro Manila. Nowadays, to open a digital era. So it is needed for the government to manage the radio frequency efficiently for the benefit of convenience of the people. In addition, it is crucial to invigorate the market competition for radio frequency related industries. In Korea, the aid from International Communication Agency was very big help to improve Korean radio management system. Thanks to the assistance, Korean government was able to know how to manage and maintain the limited and valuable resource, the radio frequency. I am confident that this radio monitoring system, supported by Korean government in collaboration with CRMS, LAPA, and Daeyeon Ubitech, will strengthen NTC's radio spectrum managing capability, and also the setting up of a central monitoring center and the provided fixed, mobile, portable monitoring equipment will contribute significantly to achieve a clean radio environment in Metro Manila. Finally, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to the Philippine National Telecommunications Commission and to other project stakeholders for their unwavering support. And I also would like to thank for Korean CRMS Lapa and Dam Limited for the successful implementation of this project. Maraming salamat po, mabuhay.
And from the Philippine side, representing the Honorable Executive Secretary, Paquito Ochoa Jr. is our Honorable Deputy Executive Secretary, Ronald Heron, Mr. Gary David from the Bureau of Customs, Undersecretary Villasanta, from the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, Colonel Ajerico Amagna, representing the Chief of the Philippine National Police, Police Chief Superintendent Napoleon Taas, Ms. Josephine Reyes, President of Aliu Broadcasting, ma'am, Dr. Landrico Dalida Jr. from Pag-asa, our COA Resident Auditor, Ms. Antonia De Jesus, from Para, Mr. Roberto Vicencio, Mr. Noel de la Cruz, Ms. Telma Pascua, Mr. Ramon Anquilan. From FICTAP, Ms. Esterita, that before I came here to the NTC, I had to follow the footsteps of giants, and here they are right now. General Eliseo Rio Jr., General Abraham Abisamis, Attorney Ponciano Cruz, former Commissioner Army Jane Borge, and our Deputy Commissioner Jaime Fortes. We also have our friends from SMART, Attorney Roy Ibay, Mr. Rolando Pusi from PLDT, Engineer Melvin Santos from Globe, and Attorney Pamintuan from Meralco. And former Deputy NTC Director Abigail Santillan. We also have our regional directors, the Philippines and Korea. As this event unfolds, let us be reminded of our two countries' cooperation through the years. The National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC, takes pride in announcing today the establishment of a radio frequency monitoring and direction finding system in Metro Manila. Today's occasion wouldn't have been possible if not for the generous support of the government of the Republic of Korea through the Korea International Cooperation Agency. For this, the Philippines is very much grateful. Let us give them a big round of applause. With the grant that Korea had shared, the Philippines, through the NTC, has now established a central monitoring center, 3 fixed monitoring stations, and provisions for 1 mobile monitoring station, and 1 portable set of monitoring equipment. With these state-of-the-art equipment and services, we intend to create an interference-free radio environment by enhancing the institutional capacity of the NTC in managing the radio spectrum. The central monitoring system, with adequate facilities to implement a command and control system, facility management system, statistic analysis and report system, and geographic information system, may now be found in the NTC building. To complement this, there are also now 3 monitoring stations with adequate facilities for radio frequency monitoring and direction finding system in the cities of Malabon, through the help of the Mayor of Malabon, Mr. John Chanco, Mr. Aureta, and from Taguig and Quezon City. It is also proper to acknowledge today that representatives from the Korean government, specifically from the Central Radio Management Office, or CRMO, and the Korea Radio Promotion Association, or RAPA, have also been sent to the Philippines to oversee the construction of the project, as well as to provide technical advice for its implementation. The grant, fortunately, also covers the training of Filipino officials, both in Korea and the Philippines, and the dispatch of foreign experts for the transfer of operational skills. Clearly, the support of the Korean government is rock solid, and the deepening diplomatic ties between our two countries is now evident more than ever. The Philippines is indeed lucky to have a neighbor which shares the same passion for technological advancement and the need to help our countries in whatever way it can. As the world we live in becomes smaller every day due to technology developing rapidly, the cooperation between and among nations become inevitable. I am happy to say that we have fully exemplified this essential truth today. Once again, thank you very much to our partners who are here today, to the Office of the City Mayor of Malabon, headed by Mayor Oreta, to the Bureau of Fire Protection, and to the PVAO. On behalf of the NTC and of the Republic of the Philippines and our people, maraming salamat po.
From the Korean side, headed by Mr. Lee Dong-yoon, Mr. Song Min-yoon, Mr. Park Jun-woo, Mr. John Yong-il, Mr. Yan Yon-shung, Mr. Kim Tai-ho, and Mr. Seo Bon-yoon. From the Philippine side, headed by Deputy Executive Secretary Ronald A. Heron, representing Ambassador Cabangon Chua Josephine Ramos, Mr. Gary David from the Bureau of Customs, Mr. Roderick Tongol from Office of Malabon, Colonel Amagna from PBAO, Senior Inspector Estrella Luz Lanchon from Bureau of Fire Protection, Mrs. Estrella Tamano from PICTAP, General Napoleon Taz from PNP. From the National Telecommunications Commission, headed by Commissioner Gamaliel Cordoba, our former commissioners and deputy commissioners, fellow workers and government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good morning to all of you. It is my privilege to be given the opportunity to deliver this message of gratitude to all the people who were instrumental in the funding, constructions, and eventual realizations of the radio frequency monitoring and radio direction finding system in Metro Manila. First and foremost, let me begin with a simple, heartfelt, and well-deserved thank you. The Commission couldn't be more grateful to our Korean partners who generously gave us this $4 million grant and unselfishly provided their expertise and the realization of this project. Our deepest appreciations and gratitude to Mr. Lee Yong-dong, Director General, CMMS, Mr. Xiong Min-yoon, Country Director, COICA Philippines Office, Mr. Park Jong-won, Director, CMMS, Mr. Jang Yong-il, Principal Executive Director, RAPA, Mr. Yan Xiong-yoon, Managing Director, Daewon Ubitech, Mr. Kim Tai-ho, President, Lounge System, Mr. Chris Chu, Chief Consultant, Global Business Team, Mr. Chu Yong-shuk, Director, ITRI, Mr. Oh Dong-hil, Assistant Country Director, COICA Philippines Office, Lee Won-yurak, President, AD Engineering, Mr. Seo Bon, Senior Researcher, PhD. To the Implementation Survey Team of Experts from CRMS, ITRI, AD Engineering, the Project Construction Team from Daewon Ubitech and Lao System, who skillfully installed and made operational the radio monitoring and direction finding system, including the radio monitoring center. Thank you so much. To our project partners who lended support and without hesitation accommodated the fixed stations component within their premises, our deepest appreciation and profound gratitude to Honorable Antolin Aquino Oreta III, Malabon City Mayor, Lieutenant General Ernesto Carolina, Administrator, Philippine Affairs Office, FC Superintendent Ariel Barayuga, Fire Chief, Bureau of Fire Protection. Maraming salamat po. To Commissioner Alberto Lina, who facilitated the immediate release of the equipment from the Bureau of Customs, thank you so much, sir. And of course, to the Honorable Executive Secretary, Paquito Ochoa Jr., who fully supported this project. Mabuhay po kayo, sir. Last but not the least, special mention to Engineer Priscilla Dimission, who gave her 101% to this project. To the rest, whom I cannot individually name, but who made valuable contribution to the accomplishment of this project, I can't thank you enough. This project is a fulfillment of my dream, which started when I assumed office in 2004 as Regional Director of the NTC NCR. From 2004 to 2000, we submitted the report proposal to the Department of Budget and Management to improve the regulatory aspect of our mandate, particularly in monitoring our radio airlines and to efficiently manage the radio spectrum through effective radio monitoring. Our aim was not only to run after illegal users of radio spectrum, but also to conduct radio surveillance to determine the actual usage of the spectrum. However, those proposals were not funded by the Department of Budget and Management. This vision has come to fore until that fateful day in September 2011, when I came to learn about Korea's cooperation undertaking in the Philippines. I presented it to Commissioner Cordoba, who was very optimistic about it and gave his full support. The encouragement of our commissioner was enough for me to decide to tread the seemingly insurmountable path to realize it. With the assistance of experts dispatched by COICA to Manila, a project proposal was submitted and was approved in April 2013. Thanks to the never-ending support, cooperations, and patience of COICA Philippine Office Resident Representative and its staff, the project management consultancy, the project construction team, implementation went smoothly well, and the radio monitoring and direction finding system is now operational. Our Korean friends identified the size of the fixed component of the system, provided us with their experts. They were also so generous that they also sent all our technical personnel in Korea for the necessary training and how to effectively and efficiently operate the system. These projects we have jointly embarked is timely and beneficial to all of people as we usher into the digital world, which requires, among others, the effective and efficient utilizations of our radio frequency spectrum. Before, we do not have the capability to identify the source of radio interference emanating from the illegal sources. But now, with the radio monitoring and direction finder system put in place, we will not only identify the radio frequency spectrum being interfered, but we can now also identify the exact locations where the interferences emanate. Translating this into something tangible, it will mean that colorum users will be forced to make their operation legal and therefore generate more revenues to the government. It will also mean that our radio frequency spectrum can now be very well managed and therefore optimize the use of it, which translates into more people benefiting from it. As we wholeheartedly support the project with profound gratitude from the people of the Republic of Korea, we're also very thankful that the NTC-NCR was given the honor to be the very first recipient of the system. Rest assured that we will take care of the system entrusted to us. Thank you so much for your cooperation and generosity, and most of all for the privilege of working with all of you. We hope to work with you again in the future. Finally, we will look forward to our continued collaborations and cooperations. Congratulations to all of us once again. Maraming salamat po.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Central Monitoring Center. My name is Christopher Parks from Daeyoung UBTech, part of the system construction team. And we're here today to, in celebrating the project completion, we will have the ribbon cutting ceremony as well as the unveiling ceremony, and we will end up with a brief presentation and demonstration of our system. Allow for frequency allocation and licensing registration, simple and easy. Also, to contribute to user convenience by establishing clean radio frequency environment in Philippines, as well as allowing for efficient radio frequency monitoring and radio frequency management. Fixed stations in each of the locations, located in Quezon City at BFP, and also near Taguig and Pivao, and also another one in Malabon City Hall. So these 3 fixed stations will gather data and send that data over to the Central Monitoring Center. In the back of this room, there is a server located where all the data will be securely saved and stored. So, and we have the different types of server stations. So command and control system, facility management system, the geographic system, security, analysis report, and radio station license database, and the mobile system. And also, not just the fixed system, but we also have the mobile system, which can, which all the antennas and the receivers are installed in the vehicle, which can drive around the city for more measurement, as well as a portable device which the operator will carry with them for accurate measurement as well. On page of CT and also in Taguig. So this will create a triangle location for the measurement, and also this is the location of NCR, where normally the vehicle will be parked, but then as per needed, the vehicle will be taken to any area in Metro Manila. Do a wide search of all the different bands that is allocated, and the range covers from 20 megahertz to 6 megahertz of frequency. So this is linked with the spectrum allocation chart that was given to us by NTC. So the operator can refer to both the allocation chart and the graph measurement, and also detecting the licensed use and also non-licensed signals. And then this over here is the emission parameters measurement. So this is a mode of measurement which you can check for the quality of the frequency, the waveform, the signal level, and checking for the audio to see whether it is in exact coordination with what NTC has given. And we have the direction finding software, which after using these 2 different types of measurement, we can detect an illegal signal, and illegal signal or a suspected illegal signal, which we can put it onto our direction finder, and then it can also point the location of where that signal is coming from. So our operators will demonstrate that for us. So that's the audio being demodulated from that signal. So as you can see, from 3 fixed stations, it is sending the signals, which creates a triangle in the middle, and then a suspected area, which is located in the middle of or inside the triangle of that location. So then in this case, we would take the vehicle with the portable device to also go get further details of that signal. So that is the basics of our system. We hope that the NTC operators will continue to use the system and develop their know-how and also a better understanding of their frequency environment in Manila to hopefully in the end have a clean radio frequency environment.